Hello students, welcome to Zwifto. So now I am going to explain the concepts of chemical reactions and equations. So this is the very first chapter in your class 10th, right? And it is going to be the basis for all other chapters in your chemistry. So for your grade 11th and 12th, so please make sure that you follow everything in sequence. Okay, so it is a very easy chapter and a scoring chapter too. Okay, so now if you see what is the content of the chapter, so first we'll be discussing about what is chemical reactions, and then we'll be discussing about what is types of chemical equation. Okay, so one is balanced and one is unbalanced equations, and then you'll be learning to balance the chemical equation, and then what are the types of chemical reactions. So that is the next topic, so which is a very important topic of the chapter. Time and again most of the questions are asked from this topic only, types of chemical reactions, and then sometimes in MCQ and in 2 mark question they will ask you to balance the chemical reaction, so which is also very important in this chapter. Okay, so after learning this you will be learning about some applications of that oxidation and reduction, that is corrosion and rancidity, so which I will discuss in the course of this chapter. So first, getting into the topic proper, so first you should know what is chemical reaction. So that is the important thing which you have to note here. Okay, so first let us understand what is the definition for chemical reactions. Okay, so without wasting any of your time, I am straight away getting into the topic. Okay, so first, chemical reactions means it involves something called as chemical change. Okay, so we have discussed in our lower grade that chemical change is a change which is not reversible, and new substance will be formed. Okay, that change is completely irreversible. For example, when you burn a paper, okay, what happens? You will be getting the ash. You cannot convert the ash back to paper. Okay, so when you tear the paper, definitely you can recycle and bring back the paper. So tearing is an example for physical change, whereas burning of paper is an example for chemical change. So wherever chemical change occurs, so there is an involvement of chemical reaction. Okay, so chemical reactions involves chemical change. Okay, what is chemical change? It is a irreversible change, a new substance is formed. So to write the proper definition, you have to write this point. Okay, so chemical reaction is a transformation of one substance into another substance, or one substance will get converted into another substance. Okay, so a completely new product will be formed. You cannot reverse that particular process. So to note the examples, please remember, so rusting of iron, setting of milk into curd, and digestion of food and respiration. All these things are example which is given in your textbook. Anything can be asked as an MCQ. Okay, so rusting of iron, as you know, what happened when you expose this iron to air and moisture. Okay, it turns like brown color, right? So that is what called as rusting, so which can be prevented by painting. Yes, so that's what we usually do. So this we will be learning in detail towards the end of the chapter. And setting of milk to curd, so milk is converted into curd, and this curd is a new substance form. You cannot convert this curd back to milk. Yes, I hope you are understanding. And digestion of food is also a very good example for chemical reaction. Yes, and respiration. Why do you call respiration as a chemical reaction? Because here respiration is not just breathing. So taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide, that is not just respiration. Okay, so that is breathing. So breathing is a part of a respiration. Actually, the proper definition for respiration is you have to take in oxygen and you have to use that oxygen and you have to break down the glucose and you have to obtain the energy. This entire process is known as respiration. So we'll break down the glucose and we'll be getting pyruvic acid. All these things we will discuss. As of now, just note that these are the good examples for chemical reactions. Okay, so this question is asked to you, you should be able to explain. So what is chemical reaction? So chemical reaction is any process which involves chemical change. Okay, so transformation of one substance into another substance is known as chemical reaction. So example includes rusting of iron, setting of milk into curd, digestion of food, and respiration. Okay, in the next class I will be discussing about the very first activity of your class 10, that is burning of magnesium ribbon, so which is very important from examination point of view. Okay, so this is the very important activity which you have to note. So please make sure that you'll follow. Okay, so you have to follow the playlist. Okay, so you have to note all the points whatever it is given in these notes. Okay, so please make sure that once if you complete any video lectures, maintain a separate notebook and you start writing all these points. Okay, so then only you will be able to remember everything in your exam. Okay, if you want this handwritten notes, everything is available in the Telegram channel. Okay, although in the WhatsApp group also you can contact me for your personal doubts. Okay, we are also providing the personal tuitions. Okay, if you want any tuitions or online classes, you can contact us through the email ID or through the WhatsApp group. Okay, so please get all those links in the description box. Okay, if you have any doubt, do let me know and keep spreading the message about our channel to your friends also. Okay, see you in the next class where we'll be discussing about the next concept.